project lifecycle types. These are the types in which there are three types: predictive lifecycle, iterative, and incremental lifecycle. That is the second, and the third one is adaptive lifecycle. In predictive lifecycle, again this is something which is non-iterative in nature, and so it is not exactly non-iterative in nature. Some iterations will happen even in predictive life cycle, but essentially predictive life cycle, we'll see the example in coming slide, is used when you have the industry standard and practice already in place. You have sufficient knowledge of that industry and that kind of product in place. So the scope is very clear, and all that time you do the predictive, you use the predictive life cycle. Iterative and incremental life cycles are usually used for the complex projects, and hence they essentially intentionally you repeat one or more project activities as the project team's understanding of the product increases. So that's what we do in iterative and incremental life cycle, mainly used for the complex project. Then the third one is adaptive life cycle. This is nothing but your agile method. So another name, or change driven or agile method, also known. So agile is the name, I think, which is known to everyone. So in this, it is similar to your iterative and incremental life cycle. Only thing is the iterations are very rapid. So they are between around 2 to 4 weeks. In iterative and incremental life cycle, the iterations could be 2 to 4 months. So why we perform iterations? I think software industry has picked up on these last two very well. So iterative and incremental, what happens is you develop. Yesterday we took example also. So this is what you know, when you are developing a product, you will develop. Let's say you have some 20-25 features to be developed. Maybe in first iteration you will develop 5 features, second iteration 5 features, and so on. Not only that, but second iteration, this kind of life cycle, iterative and incremental life cycle, also gives you idea of, you know, how the first 5 features that were developed as a iterative life cycle, how they look, how they work, and they can be further enhanced in subsequent life cycles. So that's what iterative and incremental. So you do next iteration, you can improve on the features already developed in first iteration, right? And also you can take up new features. So that's the main essence of iterative and incremental. So in this case, the period is around 2 to 4 months, whereas adaptive life cycle, you have period of 2 to 4 weeks. So that's the main difference between the two. Again, this is done for basically highly large or complex projects. This is done in order to reduce the risk, and also team gets to incorporate feedback and lessons learned between the iterations. So that's the main advantage of iteration and incremental life cycle. So okay, let's see the slides which will have further explanation. So this is example of predictive life cycle, in which case this is fully plan driven. So you have complete plan from end to end. Okay. This, as I said, these life cycles are preferred when the product to be developed is well understood. There is a substantial base of industry practice. So that's when you do it. And if the product that we are developing, when it is developed in full, then it makes sense for the stakeholders involved, and then also we use this. So essentially this is a fully plan driven. Does it mean that there is no kind of overlapping phases? and sequential? No. It can be either a series of sequential or overlapping phases. You can see there is some overlapping in almost in every phases that is shown over here. Yeah. So that's about predictive life cycle. So you have project definition leading to feasibility study, leading to system analysis, leading to system design. Every phase will have some kind of input given back to the previous phase. So this is what fully plan driven predictive life cycle we do. Simple one. Then iterative, in these types of project life cycle, the project phases, also called iterations, intentionally repeat one or more project activities as the project team's understanding of the product increases. Iteration develops the project product through a series of repeated cycles while while it increments successively add to the, so increments are added successively to the functionality of the product. So you can add features in an incremental fashion. Iteration may be performed in a sequentially or overlapping fashion. Future iterations may enhance either deliverable or may create new ones. Iterative and incremental life cycles are usually preferred in organizations where managing changing objectives, scope, complexity is needed when partial delivery of a product is beneficial and provides value. So in case of predictive or fully plan driven, partial delivery of product doesn't provide any value. You need to have full product. Whereas in case of iterative, partial delivery of a product has a benefit, it is beneficial and provides the value. So often large and complex projects are executed in iterative fashion to reduce risk by allowing the team to incorporate feedback and lessons learned between iterations. So coming to the last, the third one, adaptive life cycle, also known as change driven or agile methods. They intend to respond to high level of changes and ongoing stakeholders. So in this adaptive life cycle, the scope is not at all clear, and there will be high level of changes. So and very high level of engagement is there of stakeholder with the project. They are also iterative and incremental, but the difference here is that iterations are rapid, 2 to 4 weeks, and fixed in time and cost. So product backlog, here the overall project scope is decomposed into set of requirements and work to be performed. So product backlog is whatever work is remaining is usually, all the work, all the requirements and work to be performed is what called as product backlog, and that the status for product backlog gets updated with each and every iteration. This adaptive method is preferred when requirements and scope are difficult to define, I think, in advance, or when the project is dealing with rapidly changing environment. So these are the two reasons why I believe nowadays Agile is getting a lot of traction for obvious reason. In case, so these are the two factors which will help you decide whether which one, whether you should go for adaptive life cycle or not, or when it is possible to define small incremental improvements that will deliver value to stakeholders. In here, the good part is there is ongoing stakeholder involvement, which ensures that there is a immediate feedback, and you don't have to wait for 2 to 4 months in case of iterative. That is what is happening, and you get the immediate feedback. So that's the one of the advantage. All right. So that's about the 3 life cycles: plan driven or predictive, iterative and incremental, and the third one is adaptive or change driven or agile method.